I don't have to do much more than that, do I? Great. It's good to see everybody on this first day of winter. I don't know if it is or not, but it certainly feels that way. Is it in fact the first day of winter?
No.
Yeah. It's what, September the 14th or something? 16th?
It is.
Oh, no wonder. And what we like to do is get to know you a little bit. And the way we like to do that is, first of all, to bring the rest of us on stage. We haven't been on stage for a few months, so we're a little shy about coming out and trying this again because we don't know what's going to happen. So I think maybe if you and I get together and encourage them, we can get them to come out. For instance, if I call their names and we applaud, maybe they'll show up, okay? So let's see. Let's have Keith Anderson. It's working. Let's try it again. Mimi Deegan.
Yeah.
Okay. This one's going to need a lot of applause, okay? Scott Keck. And of course, our fairy godmother, Sue Walden. And me, Al Franken. I'm Doug. I'll be your host for the evening. You knew that when you came in. So now that you know us a little bit, we like to ask you as a group what kind of people you are. For instance, just raise your hand. How many of you are in fact married? Some of you aren't sure. How many would like to not be married?
Well, follow-up question, those of you that are married, how many of you are sleeping around on your wives? Oh, don't be weenies, come on.
Just you.
I don't actually sleep on her, sometimes I sleep next to her. So.
How many of you came down here tonight by public transportation? Okay, an award for that person.
It had to be Milo.
Is anyone wearing a new pair of shoes?
At the break.
She'll put a rat in the head, Ed, if she squeaks during the show.
Who here likes thunderstorms?
Yeah. Didn't know that until last night.
Okay,
right?
keep the hands up on the thunderstorms. How many of you are not from California who like the thunderstorms? Okay, that's what I thought.
Let's get personal. How many of you are still Democrats?
That lets us know about our demographics. How many of you drink only herbal tea?
The same one with the new shoes.
I do too.
How many of you are waiting for Keith to ask you a question?
How many of you don't recognize Keith because he's not wearing a green shirt?
A lot. How many of you know that's an inside joke? Okay.
I know one. How many of you have been here before to see Flash Family?
How many of you, including me, have not? Well, it's interesting because whether you have or not, or whether you're any of those other categories or not, or whether you're even up here or not, there's something that even with all of our differences that we share in common, and that is none of us have any idea what's going to happen tonight. So that's why we call this show Flash Family again for the first time. And we do what we do because we are
Flash Family!
What I'd like to do is get the first suggestion, and that's where you come in. And for that first suggestion, I'd like to think that we have a rapport. I'd like.
He is silent on that.
Yes, my mouth just leads the way, and I have to struggle behind it. I'd like you to think of, since we're talking about first, of something that you may have done recently for the first time.
Got contacts.
We need that a little bit louder, please.
Got contacts?
Got contacts, as in lenses. Thank you very much. Oh, come on, Rudy, it's just a driver's test.
I want to be sure they're clean.
I don't know why you insisted on getting your contacts on the same day you're getting your license. You know, you're going to look like you're drunk. Could you wear your glasses one more day?
Mommy's little sweetums, watch me. Woo, 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 woo. Come over here, honey. There you are. You're so sweet. Mommy's over here. Now let's see, young man. You're in Mrs. Kelly's first grade.
That's right.
All right. Take this paper. Hold it up over your right eye. This paper. Read that chart. Start with the first line.
E-X-I-T.
Steve, we like having you on the team. It's great, but we may have to move you into kind of a pitch runner position. You know what I mean? Because you struck out the last, what, maybe 14, 15 times you've had it. And a lot of the other players are complaining that because you don't catch anything.
Something's new, honey. Can you guess what it is? I know you love me so much you notice everything I do. What's different?
You left the screen door open again.
No, on me, hon. I spent a lot of money today, hon. What's different? You never notice me. You never pay any attention to me. All you do is just watch your stupid TV set and chase flies around the house. You don't want to be in a relationship at all.
How can I help but notice you? There's two of you.
I mean, it's okay, but you still got those indentations where the nose pads were. Couldn't you put some makeup on or something?
I'm into some of this cover stick.
Down to the DMV in 5 minutes. Let's go.
Throughout the evening, we'll be telling you lots of little stories like that, and now we'd like to sort of not sneak one up on you, but tell you that we're going to tell you a story, and we're going to tell it to you a little differently. We're going to have a bunch of people out here telling the story together, or sort of one at a time, and they'll be conducted. It's a conducted story. And you as the audience are very important to a conducted story, because you need to police the players and make sure that they are not making mistakes. And one of the errors is an unnecessarily long pause. Now, you need to differentiate an unnecessarily long pause from a pause for dramatic emphasis. If it's stalling, then you zap them. Okay? Second one is unnecessary repetition of a word. Now, bang, bang, bang is not unnecessary repetition of a word, but for instance, the, when the story changes from player to player, zap them. If there's any doubt in your mind, zap them. A lusty, loud zap. The third one is an obvious grammatical error. Perhaps a gerund connected to an interlocutive or something. Whatever that might be. If it's a grammatical error, zap them. And to warm up your zappers so you don't strain anything during the course of the story, I'd like to practice a good, hearty zap to help drive away the chill of the rain. On the count of 3. Everybody, 1, 2, 3, zap! Oh! Oh! And our storytellers are here. And a couple of last things before we start the story. You open the drawer in your kitchen, that drawer where the coupons that are 3 years old and you know the string that's not long enough to tie up the newspapers you've got are, and you pull something out. What is it?
Peeler.
A peeler. A vegetable peeler, like a potato thing, or?
Right.
Okay, a peeler. And what's an exotic locale that you've always wanted to visit but never had the nerve?
Hawaii.
The Bahamas I heard down here first. So we have a peeler and the Bahamas. Would you like literary style?
Why not?
How about a style of literature?
Existentialism.
Existentialism. That's the one we've been practicing. Okay. Thank you. So, the peeler of the Bahamas in an existential style.
His heart was dark. His room was dark. The walls were painted black. The shades were drawn.
In that insouciant manner that told him his life was at a near climax. He looked down upon
The ground around him. But it was tiled, for he was in his room. Outside, sunlight
Was beating against a black house and falling in riblets to the ground.
Just like the black inside his soul.
where most of him
lived still. For he had never found
Way to get out. He craved palm trees and coconuts and grass.
skirts. And people who didn't
care if it was light or dark, they...
Just simply
wanted to know how to... So young and in his prime. They just wanted to know
where the next margarita would be served. Yes, he longed for those
long, lonely days when he could sit at the bar and enjoy the sunlight and enjoy the
women who would come around him and enjoy his company. He determined
to suck a straw with luscious
lust. All the overage
women noticed the sound and got up from their beds. Slowly and surely they padded
down to the bar by the beach. Pad.
They went with their bare feet, and his dreams
were about to come true, but he yet did not know it. For they were being drawn by a force
too big for man to understand. Like the reflection
of sunlight off the steel drums of the bar band.
Nothing was happening other than that. Except in the background,
there was a little muttering.
Mutter. It muttered. It was
like the sound of the waves on the shore, had there been a
shore nearby. Scrape. Mutter.
But the sound of his heart as it sunk
to the depths of his body. He finally realized it was
nothing more than the beach
coming to haunt him. For often it had haunted him in
his dreams and in his wakenings and
standing there in his dark room. This time he said, I go
and face the challenge
of the beach with no water. I will be waiting
on the sand.
You got a zap? Is that everybody? Ready? Okay. Tough but fair.
I will be waiting
for the water
and my soul to open up to the sound
of the harpsichords
playing softly
with the steel drums. So he took
the head.
So he took the
opportunity to reach behind the bar when the barkeep
offered him tickets. His imagination
running wild,
he took them and grabbed the soonest airplane and headed to the Bahamas. He was there.
Yea, but announce.
And as the moon rose
over the empty, waterless beach,
and the bar
slowly
emptied as
the patrons
saw him come in, he reached into his pocket and grabbed the only solace that he
carried with him on this long journey, the small
silver peeler.
The peeler was slightly pitted along the blade from too much citrus. He gazed at
it and reached
for another
bar
of soap. He began slowly whittling the object
in his
hand into an image
of a beautiful
woman
who he had held
close
once in a dream. He thought today she would come
padding down to the bar on her bare feet, like so many of the overaged women in his earlier
days. A shadow
fell
across the
deserted bar,
and there
stood
her,
the woman carved out of soap. She was beautiful. She had pale,
glycerin hair
and ivory skin
that was smooth, soft, and white, where the sun never touched. And she came in
and whispered,
I
am looking
for you.
In fact, if you have a spare key, I've locked myself
out of
my room.
Could I use your
peeler
to let myself in? He handed it slowly
to her,
and she
said,
I
will put something extra in
your
tip envelope later this week when I check out. Crestfallen swiveled on his...
chair and exclaimed, "But I am not of this place. I'm a
Man,
longing
to wait
for you."
on wait as long as I may have to. With that,
She threw the peeler into the air, turned around and grabbed him by the lapels of his Hawaiian shirt, and reached
for his lips. But just then the peeler spiraled
back
down through the air and pierced
his ear. And a coconut shell sliver flew
into her eye, blinding her.
permanently.
The water never came to the beach.
That year
In fact, the sand turned black. The bar
was empty as always, and she couldn't see and he couldn't.
here. They sat
There together, explaining
life and the meaning of
death and darkness and lightness to each other.
Thank you very much.
Send Sally, Miss Livingston in, please. Hi, Sally. Nice to see you. I talked to your dad last night, and I'm sure we can get you in here. A few simple questions, and please have a seat. Okay. Now, no need to be nervous. These are not trick questions. Well, they're a little tricky, but they're not trick questions. So, if necessary, I will help you through a little bit here. You have trouble getting down here?
No.
Good. Found parking?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. First question. Are you now or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
What's that? May I have an emotion, please? Jealousy, thank you.
Well, I guess that probably means you never have. We'll just assume that, okay? Check the no box there.
Beverly has. Beverly belongs to all the really good organizations. I mean, she has controversy in her life. I have nothing. Okay, it just... I mean,
Did I tell you I have a tape recorder going? It might not be a good idea to talk about anything other than directly to the question.
Free.
Sure.
May I have an emotion?
Lust.
Just say yes. Other than what she has.
Lust.
Lust, thank you very much.
Sure, that's okay. I mean,
No, I appreciate your helpfulness and your thoughtfulness. Let's just go on.
I belonged to the Y once.
Oh, that's back here on the back page.
Beverly belongs to a Nautilus club.
Is Beverly working right now?
Yes, she's working. Definitely she's working. She's firming up her thighs. She's becoming totally spandex now.
You're jumping ahead, but let's go to that question.
Okay.
Have they ever been or are they now firm? That's thighs.
Oh yes, very. Right now even.
Right? They are now. Okay, good.
More by the minute.
May I have an emotion, please?
Paranoia.
I'm sorry?
Paranoia.
Paranoia, thank you.
Exactly.
That's good. That's good. That's important in a job like this because you will be walking a lot. And how important to...
Just, where will I be walking? Will there be anyone walking with
This is
me?
uncanny how you jump to these questions. Okay, have you now or have you ever walked on the wild side of town?
What do you...
Yes, and it didn't cost very much.
I like that. I like that.
It was my college graduation.
So you're used to working on a budget and you don't see that minor financial restraints should bother you in any way.
No, I'm used to it. I'm used to it. I never had enough money for anything.
So I can mark yes on broke. Then.
Broke. I'm always broke. I never get to do anything fun. Why couldn't I have been born to rich parents?
Oh,
I mean, there's this
boy, you know,
wonderful house up on
did
the
your dad
neighborhood.
tell you these questions?
What do you know about my dad?
Actually, quite a bit. We did go to college together, and as a result, I'm fairly familiar with your family, and Quite honestly,
Who's going to listen to that
tape? Well, actually, it's an inter-office tape, and we played over the loudspeaker next week at lunch.
Good, maybe I'll have some friends then. My dad probably likes you better than me. He never spent much time with me.
Yes, actually. But that does bring up the paranoia question, and I would gather by that, and 50, okay, here it is, by that you are a little paranoid.
Wait, what are you doing?
Something in your chest.
Don't touch me. What's wrong with you?
Let me just smooth it over.
No! Let me ask you a question, sir. Please, control yourself.
Nice shoes. Like me.
Please, just refrain from anything extracurricular and answer the questions. It's a simple test. Once we get to the end, we'll add up the answers. You have nothing to worry about.
Oh, sure. Do I get to check the addition?
So you're good at math?
I have a calculator, yeah.
Okay, good. And
It's not a very
English.
good calculator. You've got a much better one. That's a nice calculator.
Don't touch that.
I won't touch that. I know, I've seen those in catalogs. They're very expensive. I couldn't
Just
afford them.
between me and you,
Wonderful.
is the record clean now? Your dad mentioned about the rest
Oh,
thing.
yeah. Yeah, they just excused it. I was hoping that maybe there could be a story in the paper.
You know, these are some strange questions just to be a paper girl. For the last few runs, one of the places we've been getting ideas is from one of these books. It was A Dark and Stormy Night, and that's a contest run by a professor in San Jose to find the worst lines of opening novels, and the worst opening lines of novels, and people will write in, make up an opening line for a novel and send it in for a contest, and they get printed in here. So what we do is ask for a page number, and then I'll read you one of the lines on that page, and we'll do a scene from it. So let's see, may I have a page number between 40 and 70? 44. 44, I heard. Okay. This is the end, lamented Bridget, as she hung upside down and naked, with a "Kiss Me, I'm Irish" sign taped to her posterior from the single fluorescent light in the visiting football team's locker room. After the most embarrassing loss to arch-rival high school, Our Lady of the Immaculate Reception, and prayed that they would not recognize her as the cheerleader who sacrificed their mascot, Billy the Miracle Goat, at the beginning of the third quarter.
That was a great goat, too.
I love that kid.
Guys, I've had enough. I'm getting a headache.
Quiet. Bridget, just leave us alone.
Will somebody just get me down?
Hey, Bridget, are you really Irish?
Why do we even let her ride on the bus?
I don't know.
Joe, come on. Bring me a towel.
I don't see what Dominic says.
Remember the pig?
Yeah?
How come they always die in the third quarter?
I don't know, I just like to finish one game with the same mascot.
Does that seem too much?
I don't know. The ASPCA is getting down on us, too. You know, I've been thinking about quitting. There's something really mysterious. I think it must be my aura or something.
No, you can't do that.
I've never been on a team that that kills so many animals.
Gentlemen, are you covered? I'm coming in.
A Blue Cross.
Please cover yourself. There is a rumor, young man, that there is a woman in your gymnasium here, in your locker room. And there is a woman in here. You know regulations.
Hey, you're talking to someone who's lost an animal every week for the last 13. We care about
We're in
regulations.
mourning. Can't you see we have our black armbands on?
Excuse me, lady. Can you get me down?
Shut up, Bridget.
She has no clothes on.
She's a performance artist.
You can't. Lady, you can't hang properly with clothes on. It gets in the way of the grip on the bar. Don't you know anything?
Who put that unseemly sign on her posterior?
Who was that? Was that Alex?
It was an overzealous fan.
Please.
Okay, get up. Look, there's room for you too if you want. We had to do something.
You know the way I see it.
Do you know these men?
Yes.
Are you willing to file charges?
Yes.
Okay.
Bridget,
We're not paying for this at all. No way, okay? She wanted to come. She does it for free.
That's right. Let the blood rush back down to your
I'll
toes.
have you know, young man, there's no way that a person can put themselves in that position all by themselves. She obviously was abducted, brought in here, tied up, undressed first by one of you. You shall hear about this.
Obviously, you don't know Bridget.
Hey, what's up? Hey, it's me, Al, from Al's Greek Restaurant. Is that Bridget here? I'm here to pick up a goat.
Could I have a suggestion, please, of a situation two people might be in where they try to manipulate each other?
A line in the ladies' restroom.
I'm sorry, the line
In the ladies' restroom.
in the ladies' restroom. And that gives us a where as well, doesn't it? Thank you.
Selma sashayed fetchingly across in front of the mirror, eyeing herself several times on the way over to the hot air hand dryer. She snapped insouciantly and began rubbing her hands briskly under the nozzle.
A small tap was heard at the door, and Bert peeked in with those devilish dark glasses that he always wore. He raised his eyebrows from behind those glasses at me, provocatively, and tiptoed in, glancing around furtively. Turned around and locked the door behind him. He walked boldly across the room to the mirror, pulled out a small black comb, folded up, flipped it out like it was a switchblade, and started masterfully designing his hair. His body contorted in all different positions so that he could see better. That tongue poking out, intently. Closed it manly-like. And slipped it seductively back in his pocket.
Without missing a beat, she took her, by now hot, dry hands and started running them sizzlingly through my oily yet perfectly coiffed hair. She strained and strained to get her fingers through my oily hair, grunting and working up a major sweat. She pulled over the wastebasket and upended it, then stood on it like a footstool to better to reach the top of my head.
He started to purr. And his left foot started to scratch. And his words very slowly formed that magic word.
A little to the left. She moved a little to the left, then she moved a little to the right, and then she gave it a big rub with all her might.
He staggered away from me, overcome. His eyes were glazed. He took off his glasses and stepped in the mirror 3 times. Then he buttoned his shirt up a little tighter, kind of pulled himself together, cleared his throat, and swallowed it. Washed his hands very slowly, and invited me.
Come on in, baby, the water's fine. She hopped down off the wastebasket, giving me that winsome, winning, twinkly grin she always gave me. Then, starting up the power dryer once again, with a rather suggestive shove of her open right palm, she came over to me slowly, gathering a long trail of tissues from the tissue dispenser that was right under the hot air hand dryer for those times when the electricity was out. More and more tissue began piling up at our feet. The mound reached her knees, and she tore off a last hunk and stopped, dropping it meaningfully. She lowered her gaze to my knees,
Which started to dance around in the air.
As my knees danced, she began imitating a gypsy tarantella, wrapping a swath of toilet paper around her head, around her waist, hopping in and out of the stalls, and pretending to play a tambourine, all the meanwhile shouting, "Hey, gypsy!"
He started dancing faster in tune to my music. Grabbing the paper and wrapping it around his body. We started throwing it at each other.
There was a knock at the bathroom door!
He stopped.
She stopped.
His eyes looked around the room nervously.
We both tried to look innocent.
And he pulled out a coin to flip and see who was going to open the door.
I flipped the coin. She called tails.
Tails. It was heads. He hid in the stall.
Let me know when it's safe.
He begged.
Melissa, standing agitatedly in line outside the door, hollered,
Would you open up in there? I gotta go.
Oh, I'm sorry, the bathroom's under construction.
She lied unconvincingly.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
Melissa questioned.
As she barged into the bathroom. And right behind her came Phil, her date. Phil barged in behind me. And then Norman came in curiously.
What's happening?
Yeah. The lights went out.
Well, I'd like to go to one of the little boxes down here. Oh, let's see. Let's take a what? And, get that somebody in the front row. You there, ma'am. We've never met before, have we?
Obviously what we have here is a who, what, and a where box, which you have thoughtfully provided us with the who, whats, and wheres contained therein. And these are essential scene elements. What we're going to do is ask you to pick one from each box, and we will attempt to put something meaningful out of these three pieces. Who's got a free hand? I don't know if that's you. Sure, yeah. So I got two here. Pick one. The other one back. Validation part.
Vihu! A karate black belt.
The what? A personal growth workshop.
And I'm supposed to have the where, but I have a what. So it's snorkeling. Can anybody turn that into a where? Snorkel place. Thank you.
A snorkel place.
Great Barrier Reef.
Great Barrier Reef.
Great, so we have a karate black belt, a personal growth workshop, and...
In the Great Barrier Reef.
Thank you.
Just to walk on the coral.
Did you wear your little rubber, Stan?
Yeah. You don't think they'll laugh at me again today, do you?
No. Come on over here. Look.
I can't. It's deep over there.
It's not so deep. I'm standing on my feet. Stand up to here.
You're not kidding like last week?
No. You know, this is sure a strange place to have a meeting. Do you care for her? Do you think she'll show up?
What do you mean? You mean like maybe she wouldn't?
Well, I've never had a seminar out in...
I don't think my rubbers are doing any good like this. The water seems to have gotten over the top of them.
Hi, everybody. Are we here yet?
Oh, well, we're here.
Great. I've got some waterproof notebooks.
Good.
We're not all here.
Is there more coming?
Well, Raymond isn't here yet.
Raymond?
Raymond's not here yet.
We weren't sure you were coming.
Let's use it. Raymond's here! Hi, Raymond.
Great white puppet!
It's over to you. Donald, here you are.
Catch the notebook, honey.
Raymond.
Was he kidding about the shark?
Yes, he was kidding. Raymond needs to act out his macho fantasy. Raymond's here.
I have a question.
You don't need to raise your hand because it's a group, not a class.
Why are we here?
Why are we here?
Here.
There is something. Look what's happening to Donald. Notice how he's moving out. Much more than he ever has before. There's something nurturing about water. It brings us up.
Donald's getting near school of Barracuda!
Relax. There, it's more shallow. There, Steph.
Hey!
Thank you, Raymond. Thank Raymond here.
I don't know how... He's not doing very nice things to the fish out here.
Well, then tell
These
Raymond.
fish are fresh eaters!
Tell Raymond your feelings about it, dear.
I feel that,
Raymond, listen. Listen, Raymond.
we are all part of the earth. We are part of the fishes, and they are part of us. And if we kill the fishes, we're killing a part of ourselves. And that goes for the coral, the sharks, and the sea anemones.
Chapter 6! Chapter 6!
Raymond, I asked you not to bring your sword to group.
How many of you have seen a foreign film lately? Okay. Well, you know what you have to go do now. Those of you who have seen foreign films lately, I know that we think of certain types of countries producing certain kinds of films. For instance, in that last scene we had a person of the Japanese persuasion. When you think of Japanese films, you tend to think of either science fiction Godzilla type things or samurai, right, which is a Western. So can I have another language you might have seen a film in?
Yugoslavian.
Yugoslavian, I heard first. Thank you very much. And what is a type of film that you would never in a million years associate with the Yugoslavian film industry? A Western. A Yugoslavian spaghetti Western? I don't know, I have a headache just thinking about that. Okay, Yugoslavian Western with maybe a side order of spaghetti. And you're going to see this uncut in its original version. No dubbing, no subtitles, no nothing. So you can thank us for that. Thank you. Если бросишь нос, да. Если бросишь нос, не знаю.
Если брось нас пироги.
Если бросишь пироги, нас. Если бросишь низ, диафраг.
Низ диафраг, высника, пироги диафраг.
Если бросишь нас, где я?
Malo porek, pirogi naš velik.
Если бросишь нас,
Водка. Водка.
Водка. Стройишь нас. Фройдик Вимове.
Я станусь едно. Истновато тоже снуда. А на суде твоя.
Ključni čaj je vori fančkin. Što odbud, pa... Fabrikajski je, až 200. Хороший, подождишь? Полицейский созыв! Кажевузи!
Если бросишь, Дося. Sie Brötchen da?
Rosie's Dodging.
Ach. Das war nicht die Brötchen. Brötchen, das Deutsch.
Chink.
Kaczynski. Наши Brötchengarten.
Что, кишлю на штасе фишни толстый?
Fish is Dustin, ja, you?
Nicht Brötchengarten.
Ja, žeš nusnes, da žeš pločni fajzi, da se puši.
Если Brötchenlust,
To žeš puši.
то есть Brötchen.
Ste wunsch? Štavac.
Штвац.
Štavac.
Sztomki.
Może nie zdjęcie, że to puši wczoraj, że to pecki są wytrwamski, pink slipski.
Если Brötchen da so. Das ist Brötchen.
Jakie wróćty? Flanes te lubi.
Hui. Rokiecki. Weiß Französisch.
Pierogi.
Gesundheit. Если Brötchen da стоит. Nicht wenn es Freunde Brötchen. Dieser Freunde sind Brötchen, das Strände.
Where there's a park 1 block from where I live. And one of the things about living in San Francisco is filled with fascinating people. Wonderfully interesting people. And the best place to see them is just go sit down someplace all by yourself, have a book so you can hide if you need to, and just watch. So I'd like to take you with me up to my park, up Lafayette Park in San Francisco, and sit down and just see who's around in the neighborhood on last week when it was nice weather. Right? So the suggestions I would like is, what is something that you consider worse than death? Dentists, okay? And could I also have a suggestion of a hobby?
Stamp collecting.
Stamp collecting. So we have dentist and stamp collecting. Thank you.
It's actually that was 1975. It was brought out in about, well, they have trains on them because, see, in that year they were celebrating 255 years of trains running not on time. It's a joke, a little joke. Well, it's a little stamp. It's a little joke. I got the whole set. See, there was the engine, and then there was like a coal car, see, and then there was like a little car in the back that has like little. You can almost see a person in that little window right there. Well, it may just be an ink spot. I really can't tell, but
It makes me so mad.
with if you have like something that magnifies, yeah, like I use like a glass bottle once. I've used like all of the peanut butter out of it and stuff, and you can almost see.
They get the right spot with the Novocaine, and you're numb all day.
It's a little hard in this this light, of course, but take my word for it, because I've looked. In fact, I've used a bigger bottle on it, and it really does. It's like little eyes and stuff on it, but...
I have a voice like Lauren Bacall normally.
Back here in the caboose is the caboose is my favorite, but then it's worth more, too, so you don't get to, like, use a lot
My
of them.
palate is numb. I'm telling you numb. The soft palate is not moving up or down. It is big. It is like a big wad of mucus in the back of my throat.
Actually, I'm not sure why they make stamps that are like $2.50, because how many times do you need a $2.50 stamp? But they made it anyway, and it's like it's even smaller than... I didn't mean to spit on you like that.
I'm gonna have to spit on you. I can't swallow.
Don't wipe that up. I can use it, okay? It looks pretty good. I like the caboose on me because it's like more with my color scheme and everything. And my whole walls are covered. In fact, I have like a whole...
I have a hole in the bottom of my mouth where he had the drain that was pulling out my saliva. There's a hole there now.
Maybe I should like add to the airplanes. There's a whole series of butterflies from
You would call it an open wound, is what you would call it. Actually, you can put your finger in it.
You've seen them, right? You've seen them. I can tell you've seen the butterflies?
Oh, yeah, I have.
Which? Yeah, you have? Okay. Did you like them too? Because they're really pretty. They're like on diamonds, and that's like the points up and down and
Don't
sideways.
you love it? You have the cotton here, the cotton here, the drain here, the Novocaine here, and your dentist says, well, what's new? He did that. He did that. Yeah?
You know why the little perforation things are on the side of stamps? I don't either.
My
They're cute!
Yeah! My whole mandible feels like it's been hammered with a jackhammer.
Have you ever done this late at night by yourself on the front porch with all the lights out? Like put stamps all over your body?
And it was a cleaning! It was a 6-month cleaning!
They did all that?
He says he likes us to be relaxed.
Would you like to try it? It's really fun, I can guarantee it. I have like big stamps for the points that need big stamps.
I could use a good time like that. Have you met?
No!
Oh, tell her! Tell her!
When the big finger points at you, it's time to stand up. Well, this is this is the time of the show where Joe gets to play some music and Flash Family gets to do things to it. So, what is a childhood fear that you might have had that you haven't quite licked yet?
Sleeping in the dark.
Growing up. I empathize with you, but I heard growing up first. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
But can I have my light?
You can have anything you want.
And my Teddy Godzilla?
Anything you want. We don't have any rules about that. You just have to stay here all night. Okay.
Do I have to stay up and stuff?
You can do whatever you want.
Can I cry?
You can do whatever you want. Nobody's going to be here but you.
Nobody but me?
And the house.
Hi, Ralphie! So you want to be in the club, huh?
Well, I thought it would be nice.
Well, have a seat. I need to ask you some questions.
Yeah, I'll call. Will you be home?
Oh, might be.
So, will you come visit me?
Welcome.
Yeah. It only takes 5 hours by plane.
It wasn't but a walk.
No. So is this a good move? What?
I can't answer that for you. You know, you've got to go out there, and if the job works, it works.
We all have something. we all have something that during the course of the day it gets us real mad, and when we invest a lot of energy in being pissed off about it, and then the next day you look back and you go, I can't believe I got so upset about that. What is that for you?
Traffic.
Traffic. Thank you. Well, I'm here to lay out the Stephen riff. Now the situation puts me in the tip. I get to the pole booth with like chick. The guy's looking around like he's deranged. You got a radio off and a TV too. I said, hey man, what's wrong with you? Take the bill out my hand and let me through. He said, hold on man, I'm watching Donahue. Traffic. car, then in your home and your family, you're a star. On the freeway in your mind with the radio, you sing it real loud. I know. And you get to a stop sign, windows down, and you're cruising through the rip, then they're laying down. And you're wailing out at the top of your lungs, and you're having so much fun. And someone looks over like you are crazy. You say, oh man, I was just lazy. I forgot to roll up my window glass, and you kind of sneak down and you let them pass. Traffic today makes me lose my mind. I don't know what to do, so I see a stop sign and I stop and I sit and I think about it. Everybody's getting in a fit. I think they should just do away with the signs and the traffics and the things and the reflectors and the lines. Let everybody go wherever they want. They all do it anyhow, so what the hell? I said, traffic man, it's a real bummer. Hope it don't get no worse this summer. See, I've been on the road for 6.5 hours and I'm just going down to the market for some flowers for my sweet. You see, it's an anniversary. It's number 6 months, but I don't want to be late, so I set out early today. Maybe by the time it rolls around, I say, hey, I'm back, babe, but you done left me. She said, I had you declared legally dead. You've been gone so long in the car. I met this dude at the local bar. See, he's got a road free car. Lifts me off and want to open my door. Let the man run into it and do a flip. Traffic is a bunch of shit.
Welcome back. As it is our wont to do after break, we do a piece called montage, and what we need for that is a physical object that someone might have. Hold it up and I'll come and get it.
Should be large and unbreakable.
Thank you. We will get our ideas from this object.
I don't know, Rudy. You think I had a bite? It's a far side joke.
Well, honey, they told me this new implant wouldn't interfere with foreplay.
Seen here in the enlarged model of it, the typical parasite, the common hookworm, has a large barb.
This your stop?
Yeah, excuse me.
Singing in the rain, singing in the fucking rain.
I hear it.
That's what you get for buying satellite dishes in the Mission.
Yeah, I understand the concept, but will you ever be able to get it out?
Well,
That's right, guarantee you will lose up to 50 pounds in the first month. Just swallow the device and then activate it.
We're ready to blow the bridge, Commandant.
Rock stabber! Don't do it, Marge!
In this enlarged model of the sperm, we see it moving forward.
Sperm, shrimp, it's your night, baby.
Yeah, okay, Morty, where do you want me to put this next one?
Down there by the
Time for the big spin.
Ooh.
Often mistaken for a common Japanese mushroom, the psilocybin mushroom is much skinnier at the base.
I'm putting on my top hat, brushing off my white tie.
He's cracking Jack. Tops don't work.
There you go. Who's got it?
We have another great low-budget Dracula movie.
Who does this belong to? Those of you who have been here before know that we commonly do a piece we call Life right now, and we will be doing that. For those who have never seen a show before, let me explain that. We like to take this time in the second half to look at a larger subject in a more expanded sense. We'll do a series of pieces on the same topic. And for that reason, we're going to ask you to take a second and think about that suggestion, because it's important that it be a broad topic, something that we're all familiar with, perhaps touches each and every one of our lives. In the past, we've had sex, we've had greed, we've had responsibility, we've had
sex with responsibility.
We've had a number of those. So, what I need now from you is a nice, bold suggestion for our life.
Hunger.
Hunger. Thank you.
Hey, Jim, I do believe you're starving. Yeah. Let me get you something to eat. Oh, yes, there's a nice long one.
Still there.
Sure.
Positive. I'm allergic to those. I get this terrible reaction. I break out in a rash and I get gas. And it's just very uncomfortable. About the only thing that seems to satisfy my particular delicate system is prime rib of an 1.5 inch medium well.
Well, you know, people stranded in the middle of the Kalahari Desert with no visible means of locomotion or supplies can't be choosers.
Baked potato with butter, then sour cream, and I like fresh chives better than the bottled ones. And
Oh, all right. How did you know I had a Snickers bar in my pack?
oh, thank you so much.
There, it was my last one.
I suppose you'll be going now and leaving me out here just to melt in the sun and me to slowly drink it and die here. Don't give me a second thought.
Well, all right.
sure of it. I'm sure of it.
Well, this is going to be great for our research, but it doesn't do much for our getting out and exercising.
Madeline, I'm not enjoying this. I thought that this was going to be exciting. I mean, there's supposed to be a lot more men up here. And that we'd be, you know, we'd go to a social and we'd be the only two women. That was my hope.
Donna, we are scientists. We are here to study the elements. The snow and the ice and the wind and the pale, tepid wan sun that comes out one day a year. That is what we're here to study. Now, you knew when you took this job that there would be certain things you would be giving up for 5 years. But I think you're strong enough. I know I am.
I'm not. I am a very horny scientist. I've tried. I mean, I have enjoyed the tepid sun coming up that one time every so often. It's been amazing. It's been like experiencing God watching that happen. It's been inspiring, but it only happens once in a long while. The most of the time, I'm not comfortable in my body.
You mean you crave other things?
Yes, my mind is being fed very well.
It's like sort of you're empty, right?
What's emptier than empty? What's so hollow that it rings when I walk?
Yeah, sort of like...
What feels like kind of warm and tingly and yet hot and hollow all at the same time? What feels like little hands running all over my body?
I must admire your honesty, and I must admit that it's hard for me too, Donna.
It's worse when I take off my tights and that lycra moves down my thigh.
like two shiny hands. How about when you're totally naked before you put on your flannel jammies?
And there's that little bit of breeze comes in the cracks of the cabin, and it's like little kisses.
Little breathing. I really do know what you mean. In the mounds of snow, I see chest muscles.
And those places where the little bushes have broken to the snow, it's like crispy, curly chest hair. and our two research igloos side by side. Well, you know.
Thank God! I found your station! I've been wandering in that snow for days. I'm snowblind!
But Merlin, there must be more.
There is no more.
It seems ridiculous to be talking about birds and animals. I don't get it.
You must allow yourself to listen beyond reason.
I don't have to listen. I own this country almost. Don't I?
Arthur, if you are going to be king, you must lighten up.
I could have you beheaded for that, you know that. Why do you do that?
Arthur, you lucked out by pulling the sword from the stone. Don't be cheeky.
I can't help feeling like I don't get something, like there's more to it, and that I don't really understand it, and that they all know it out there. They look happy.
That's because there are no taxes. Yet.
Taxes?
Yes, you must come up with a tax plan, Arthur, to pay for that damn table in the Kassel keep.
Taxes?
Taxes, yes, Arthur. So you can feed this Camelot you have created, this machine of peace and prosperity. Don't give me that look.
I would get money from them?
Yes, you, the king, shall address your people.
People?
Go to the battlement, you schmuck. Hear ye, hear ye! The king! Thank you. There they are, they know you.
What are all the cabbages they're carrying?
That is what your kingdom is based on.
People! I, your king, declare that from this day forward there shall be taxes.
That's what a cabbage looks like. Now give them the good news.
Good news? Merlin shall collect them personally.
Good evening, and welcome to Café de la Angst. Our 4 guests this evening have secret hungers. Who wants to whisper to me what the first secret hunger is?
Oh, Jesus.
Don't all speak up at once. I've never done this before. I'm making up the rules as I go along. 2 more hungers. All right. 1 last hunger. Okay. May I have the 4 guests at Bistro de la Angst? I will whisper their secret hungers and let them go for it.
Go for what?
It.
Oh. I've never gone for it before. Why did you change places with me?
I wasn't doing anything else.
Oh. What's it? I've never gone for it before.
Milo, I can't read.
Please.
I can't read what I wrote. I'm back. Wait.
Maybe a secret hunger is to have legible handwriting.
Oh, yes, of course. And I am your host and piano player at Bistro de la Angst. Please sit, have a wonderful time.
Here we are.
Oh, thank you.
Chair?
Oh,
I'm afraid it's black.
I love black chair. I need 2.
All I got was a black chair.
Would you mind sitting over here?
I know I didn't do a good job.
So sleek. I made these chairs.
I don't make anything.
I designed them and I built them myself.
that's...
sleek. Life should be fast and sleek. My life hardly ever is fast and sleek.
You know, that could be because of debilitating foot pain. Let me check you for bunions and corns.
I guess you don't want to check me, huh?
I'm a famous foot surgeon.
I'm not. Actually, I'm not famous or a surgeon. I barely have a foot.
No bunions or corns here.
I'll build you a prosthetic foot. I can do that too.
You don't need to swear at me.
Here, I'll check you for bunions and corns too. I'd be happy to.
I'm taking a collection in order to make my life more fast and sleek. Would you, my friends, consider...
No. I'm a well-known philanthropist. How much money do you
No
need?
bunions or corns there.
I need...
Oh, I never have anything.
I think about 60,000.
You know, even philanthropists need to be checked for bunions and corns.
I'm not doing enough for you, am I?
I don't have a mark on my body.
Well, perhaps I can install one.
I don't need any, thank you.
Well, how do you know until you try it? Here, have a seat. I'll just check you for bunions and corns. You'll love it, I promise.
Eloise, what is your favorite color?
Trust me with your foot.
I invented violet.
Violet. In honor of your donation, I shall purchase violet sleekness.
Like you're right. Not a mark on your body, but wasn't that great?
It felt rather nice, thank you.
Marry me. And I'll do the other foot.
And now, the four players will announce their secret hungers. There we have the lines.
I got a violet Porsche. A violet Porsche, thanks to...
You had a hunger for.
A violet Porsche. I had a hunger to be put down.
I had a hunger to kiss naked feet.
You got them.
I had a hunger to be famous.
So are her feet.
Something that a person might hunger for.
Status.
Status. Okay, thank you. Status.
Higher than you are.
Yes, you are.
You don't care?
No, of course not. You need to be higher than I am. So help yourself. Allow me to pour you a drink.
You don't want to be up here?
Why, of course not. You need to be up there. You take it.
You have a sip first.
Certainly.
Swallow it.
This was a very good year.
I don't know how I'm going to pass this test. I can't go to night school and have a job at the same goddamn time. You know, I must have looked at this thing 500 times. I don't understand what it means. So, So how am I ever going to get a better job, huh? Well, I'm talking to myself. I'm so fucking nuts here. Yeah, you're not a bad guy. What do you mean not a bad guy? You don't have a college education. Yeah, but I know how to do stuff. Like what? Manual, dexterity type stuff. Oh yeah, what's that going to get? I don't know. Well, I think it's time we got a better job, you know? Yeah, right. Well, I'm serious. So Marina doesn't leave us. It's awful quiet in here. Maybe she left already. What the fuck am I studying for? I need a beer. I need 2 beers. I don't get it. Maureen, are you awake? Are you even here? Are you part of my life anymore? How can I tell when she's left and she never talks to me anyway? I don't know. I want to...
Did you call me?
Yeah, I did. What are you sleeping for? Can't you hear me down here trying to get an education? I'm doing this for you.
It's 3 a.m., hon.
I know it is. I'm working hard here. I'm trying to get ahead.
I think that's wonderful.
Well, I want some support.
Can I give it to you in the morning?
I won't need it in the morning. I gotta take my damn test. I'm sitting down here talking to myself like a lunatic. And you don't care.
I care, hon. I just need to go to bed. I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, rub it in, why don't you? You got a better job than I do. I'm sitting here, you know, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. I want to be somebody, go somewhere, come back again.
And I don't mind supporting us while you do this. I told you that.
This
is fine.
I guess I just need to keep hearing it, you know? When I'm here by myself, I feel like such a gamoogan, you know?
I would love to stay up with you all night and then go with you to your class and support you.
Great.
But I have to work. For right now, one of us has to work, and it's me. It's my turn. And then when you pass this, and you get your degree, and you get, you know, the kind of job that you want that has enough pay, that I'll quit. And we can maybe think about having a baby. Just think about it, maybe. That's what we'll do.
I didn't hear the completion of that one. I thought when I got a better job, we'd have 2 incomes at twice as much money.
We could do that too.
Then we could buy a new car, you know, maybe a Miata or something. Maybe 2. But I don't know, I'd bet a baby?
Someday.
I don't know. Baby's more in the Miata.
Just maybe, hon. Don't worry about it. Now you gotta study.
Well, fix your breakfast.
Okay? Okay?
Okay, I just needed to know you was there.
I'm here, hon. I'll
Okay,
just be...
now you're not, but you were here.
And I'll be right there.
Okay, snoring loudly.
Good night, hon.
Okay, now how do you mix a margarita?
I think we've all been in a situation where we had a particular hunger or need, but it was one of those situations where you couldn't really discuss it with the person you were with because, I don't know, maybe you were somewhere where there were other people around, or the situation was something that you kind of had to keep it to yourself and sort of keep a thin veneer of sociability about you. Where is a place like that? Moose Hall. The Moose Hall. Thank you.
Come on, we gotta pack the loose for good luck.
Marty, I'm so excited.
Let me get you a chair.
The Moose Hall. You've been coming here for years, and finally you brought me.
And it's about stinking time!
This place is a dump. What did I care? Look at that great moose, huh?
Yeah, it's been there longer than I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I come to this place for relaxation.
Yeah, like she really cares about the moose. You begged me to bring you to the Moose Hall, and then you wear high heels. Go figure.
So, what do we do?
Well, I'm not exactly sure because they haven't allowed women here before, so you have to kind of find your own path. I'm just waiting for the meeting to start.
I'm gonna be the only woman here.
Oh, swell. Oh, swell. Look at this place. It's got cobwebs. Look at this. Look at the moose. It's got patches of fur falling off of it. I can't believe this place.
She's gonna be the only woman here. Swell. Oh, jeez. There's not even a ladies' room. Oh, Jesus. I don't know what we're gonna do.
You know, one thing we could do is that when we start the meeting, you're gonna have to stand up and participate with us. So we should probably practice the moose bellow.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh, 3 times. Ooh. Then we go. It's a male bonding kind of thing, you know.
Yes, it would have to be! Ah!
Come on,
They rub
it's
red
not
meat
that
all
hard.
over their body, too!
Don't make me look stupid in front of my fellow mooses. Meese.
Moo, lower. That's 3, and then.
Remember, it's the noise you used to make during sex.
Do I have to learn the secret handshake or anything?
Yeah, but I can't tell you that yet.
When we used to have sex.
So nervous. What if I don't do it right?
Well,
You'll never bring me back here again, right? Promise?
well, what they'll probably do is they'll make you stand up and testify. You have to renounce your former affiliations to become a moose.
How do you look as a moose?
I don't know if they're going to let you become a moose being a feminine persuasion person.
Okay. I just wanted to come, all right? I just wanted to come and see. You've been keeping me out of here. This is a part of your life you've been keeping me out of.
This
I
is
just wanted
punishment.
to see.
You're punishing me because I got drunk and threw up on your cousin at her wedding.
Maybe, Barney, I don't see any other women here. Maybe it's, now that I've seen it and everything, that might be enough.
No.
When you go out, I can picture where you come.
Oh, but now you know the moose called the order and we can't let you leave.
You're staying, Missy! You made me sit through that whole wedding with puke on my tie.
I promise I'll never do that again. I'll never do that moose call. I'll forget it.
I'll forget it.
I will never do it again. Now.
Watch me now!
I'm leaving.
Yeah, probably gonna be telling that moose call all your friends when you have bridge club next week. And then pretty soon they're gonna want to come.
I think, it would be better if I left. You seem uncomfortable.
There's no women's room here! I have to go to the bathroom!
Boy, I hope you're really gonna take a leak, because there's no ladies' room.
Barney, I have to go to the ladies' room.
Oh, sure! Now you have to go to the ladies' room. Couldn't go before we left the house, could you?
During the Grand Wazoo speech.
Okay.
Why? Why did I bring her? Why?
I I think... I think I'm going to leave now, Barney, okay?
You can't. We haven't done the handshake.
Well, when are you going to do that?
Well, there's an appropriate part. That's what.
If I do the handshake, I'm trapped here.
We have to puncture.
Let me out.
You're not going anywhere.
Barney, I really have to go. I guess I can't
Just
breathe.
hold it. Cross your legs.
I can't breathe. I have to go. I have to go.
Let me out. Let me out.
Can I just go?
I've seen it.
We'll talk about it later.
Walk out that door. This marriage is over.
We'll talk about it later, honey.
I've memorized it all.
Well, maybe
This
not.
is great. This is a beautiful hall. I'm glad you come here. I don't need to come anymore. Goodbye, Mr. Moose. Bye.
Come back. I'm sorry. I didn't mean the part about the sex.
Your lips are like the ruffled edges of a fresh iris with the morning dew still on them. Your eyes twinkle like 1,000 lights reflecting off the bay outside of the window of our house. Yes, these words can come to you too. Here it's Rent-A-Romantic. We'll say the words you want, anytime you want them. Have you been dying to hear something like, your skin is so sweet and tender, I long to kiss it for the rest of my life? Have you hoped that he might look into your eyes and talk about the fragrance that wafts across the miles and reminds him of you? Well, those thoughts are going to be yours. Simply call 33-8871. That's 333-8871. Rent-A-Romantic. We say the words you want to hear.
No, Stephanie. Bad. No, this is bad. This is bad medicine. This is Daddy's medicine. I've told you not to get into Daddy's medicine before. Marjorie, it's your turn.
Oh, Rob. Here, honey, Mommy made you some nice crushed carrots. And I even put some turnips in them. Here we go. Taste it, Mommy.
Don't feed her until I get the splatter shield out.
She
Honey, you know, we could have had a Miata for a lot less.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Come on, Stephanie.
Get the hose,
Put
honey.
you in the Okay, there you
One
go.
more bite, honey. Honey, these are organic vegetables. Organic. They're very good for Mommy's little baby.
Daddy's gonna have some more medicine now, Stephanie.
I'm giving up. I've had it with this baby. She never eats anything I give her.
Oh, honey.
And I spend so much time cooking her food. I don't buy any food. I put real organic food in the blender.
Just try her again. I'll bet she'll eat. Just try her again.
I don't give her red meat. I don't give her veal.
Honey.
I only give her fish and chicken.
Honey, give her some of that pine nut and honey paste. Try it again. I bet she'll eat now.
Yeah.
is our little secret there. See, honey, you are a good mother. You can put parenting back on your resume.
That was Splash Family's exploration of hunger. Thank you. And what's something that you hunger for? What would you really like? Would you like to come? Some pizza. All right, thank you. Pizza for our last
coming, being a part of this first show in a 5-show run. So you have until the middle of October to come and check it out again. Think to yourself that it's, what you enjoyed tonight will never happen again. And, it's an upside and downside to everything. But what I like to do, you be the judge. What I like to just say, some of the people who are a little less visible than we were this evening, but who helped us with this evening tremendously, our stage manager, Ed Buckley. I hope you all slipped him a tip to get a good table. And the other person who has definitely not been seen but has been our guiding light throughout the evening, our sound person, Linda Keck. Light person. I can't tell the difference. Okay, and of course,